evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Arjun Chaudhary. Here are the top stories that we're tracking for you on Monday, the 18th of April. India raises Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar issue with China. Baloch leaders Amnesty International campaign in Germany to highlight human rights violations by Pakistan. And festivities begin for the biggest temple festival in South India. And now for all the details. At the 14th Russia-India-China or RIC Foreign Ministers Summit, Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj called terrorism as a foremost challenge to international security. She said that the RIC countries must lead the way in getting the international community together to counter terrorism through joint action. All three nations agreed to support the Afghan government in development and reconciliation efforts. The Russia-India-China Foreign Ministers Summit is being held annually since 2002 to discuss international and regional issues of common concern and ways to push trilateral pragmatic cooperation forward. India on Monday raised the issue of China blocking its bid at the UN to ban terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed's chief Masood Azhar on the sidelines of a trilateral meeting with China and Russia.
Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj strongly raised the issue of China blocking its bid to have Jaish-e-Mohammed or JEM chief and Pathankot terror attack mastermind Maulana Masood Azhar designated as an international terrorist by the UN. Swaraj took up the issue with her Chinese counterpart Wang Yi on Monday in Moscow on the sidelines of the Russia-India-China Foreign Ministers Summit. Early this month, China had blocked India's bid to add Azhar to the United Nations Al-Qaeda Islamic State blacklist on technical grounds, eliciting an angry reaction from the Indian government. India blames JEM for the terror attack on an airbase in country's northern Pathankot city in January, in which 7 security personnel were killed and another 22 wounded. The Pakistan-based group JEM has already been blacklisted by the 15-nation Security Council, but not its leader Maulana Masood Azhar, an Islamist hardliner.
Moving on, the Afghan Interior Ministry has lashed out at Pakistan, saying that Islamabad is reluctant to tackle Taliban on its soil. There is no indication of Pakistan's willingness to target the Taliban and destroy their military bases on its soil, said Siddique Siddiqui, spokesperson of Afghan Interior Ministry. Accusing Pakistan of failing to bring the Taliban on the negotiating table, he added that the funding sources of the militants are not rooted out and madrasas or seminaries where they are proving training are not closed. This comes as Taliban insurgency gains momentum in Afghanistan with its annual spring-summer offensive, making it a challenging task for Afghan forces. Baloch Republican Party, in collaboration with Amnesty International, recently organized an awareness campaign in Germany exposing human rights violations committed by Pakistan law enforcement agencies on the people of Balochistan. A report.
A 5-day campaign was held at Leipzig University in Germany to spread awareness about the ongoing human rights violations by Pakistan law enforcement agencies against the people of Pakistan's restive province of Balochistan. The campaign, which was organized by Baloch Republican Party Germany chapter and Amnesty International, exhibited the photos of Baloch leaders and innocent citizens who were the victims of Pakistan's kill and dump operations in the region. Activists claim that over 15,000 Baloch youth and nationalist leaders have disappeared under mysterious circumstances from the province in the last 1 decade. A petition was also signed by the students and local citizens urging German Foreign Ministry to take notice of the gross human rights abuses in Balochistan. Baloch Republican Party also held a protest at the Germany's eastern city, which was joined by a large number of activists who demonstrated against Pakistan and chanted various slogans against ongoing Baloch genocide. Sigrid Craig, Amnesty representative to Pakistan Affairs in Germany, also acknowledged crimes committed by Pakistan Army in Balochistan and said that Islamabad has been constantly ignoring their concerns over the atrocities. For a long time, Baloch political and human rights activists have been raising their voices against Pakistan government for giving impunity to its army and other law enforcement forces who have been involved in extrajudicial killings and forced disappearances and torture of the ethnic Baloch community of the region. The people of Balochistan have been fighting for independence of their homeland, which they claim was illegally annexed by Islamabad in 1948.
The Criminal Investigation Department of Bangladesh has identified 20 foreign nationals who were allegedly involved in the cyber heist of $101 million from the Bangladesh Bank. The names of 20 Philippine and Sri Lankan nationals came up during the visit of the Bangladesh authorities to the countries regarding the heist. But officials said the names of the suspects cannot be disclosed right now for the sake of investigation. In February 5, hackers stole $101 million from Bangladesh Bank's accounts in the Federal Reserve Bank of New York and transferred $81 million to Philippines' Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, from where the money was moved to local casinos. A further $20 million was recovered from Sri Lanka. In war-torn Afghanistan, youth have largely been left with an uncertain future. Threats by Islamic extremists and patriarchal social structure often become hurdles in the pursuit of dreams, especially for women. But there is a group of girls who are defying all odds to make it big in the field of music.
For women in Afghanistan, nothing comes easy. But these teenage girls have passion for music so strong that they are unfazed by family hostility or threats. Playing instruments was banned in Afghanistan during Taliban rule, and even today many conservative Muslims frown at music.
بدون بدنم دیگه همگی امروی ما یعنی خوش ندارن ما موسیقی کار کنیم چون ما میگن که یک دختر پشتون چطور میتونه موسیقی کار کنه و او هم باز دقیقا ما اصلا کدام کسی حتی مردی کار نکرده باز یک دختر چطور میتونه موسیقی کار کنه مثلا تو گپا و ما اصل از کنر هستم و اونجا مکتب نبود از او خاطر من خورد بودم که من در پرورشگاهم تقریبا 10 سال میشه من در پرورشگاه هستم و درس میخوانم.
The 35-member orchestra has teenage girls, some of who are orphans, while others are more like Kapalwak, who have been sent in a home for girls in Kabul due to family reasons or with the hopes that the girls would be able to get a better education than in the village. Many hope their story will inspire others in Afghanistan.
By educating people and by promoting arts and culture in the community, I strongly believe that we will be even changing the attitude of the most radical forces of this country. And by standing here and by standing for the cause, for the human rights, for the musical rights of Afghan children, eventually and subsequently we will be showing that we are doing nothing wrong.
Afghanistan has been ravaged socio-economically by decades of conflict, which has left youth of the country with uncertain future. But this group of girls is becoming inspirations for many to chase their aspirations.
India is known for its diversity in culture, arts and cuisine. Different regions in the vast country are unique. A festival was organized in the capital city to showcase the craft and cuisine of the North Indian province of Uttar Pradesh.
An Avdi Kebab and Crafts Festival was held in Indian capital New Delhi to present the mouth-watering delicacies and arts of Lucknow city in northern Uttar Pradesh province. Avdi cuisine is an indigenous part of the city of Nawabs, Lucknow. The dishes and cooking style of this city is inspired and influenced by the Mughals.
The objective of this event is to bring the unique arts and crafts of UP to the people of Delhi. Also, it is an effort to bring visitors a first-hand experience of Avdi cuisine.
Cultural events and large number of food and handicraft stalls showcasing the unique tradition and exotic flavors from the city were set up for the people.
We are feeling delighted to see so many people enjoying and relishing the food and the sort of handicrafts they presented. I think I have to empty my pockets today only.
The culture of India is manifested in its unique traditions, handicrafts and cuisine, which is popular all over the world.
It's a celebratory mode in India's southern Kerala province as thousands gather to mark the beginning of Thrissur Puram, an annual Hindu festival. Emphatic drum beats elevated the festive atmosphere at southern city of Thrissur, where dozens of tuskers decorated with traditional caparisons offered a visual treat to the devotees.
This is my first time here. Heard a lot about it. Quite a lifetime experience, I guess. Something which we don't find anywhere else.
And I travel a lot in many countries, but this is very good experience. Music, the sound, and you feel it inside.
Vibrant costumes, legends of the past and musical renditions form part of the cultural event organized in India's heavenly abode, the Kashmir Valley. The event was organized with an aim to spread awareness about the social issues in the region.
A cultural program Rangarang was organized in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province to make people aware about the cultural diversity and the languages spoken in the Kashmir Valley. Different cultural programs reflecting social issues in the valley were performed by local artists. The large pack of audience was treated to colorful folk dances and musical performances in the regional language.
ये रंगारंग इसलिए कि इसमें मुख्तलिफ़ ज़बानों की अक्कासी की जाएगी और मुख्तलिफ़ ज़बानों में फ़नकार अपने फ़न का मुज़ाहरा करेंगे। और दूसरी ये बात है इसकी कि हमने इसमें इंटरवल्स में स्किट रखे हैं, छोटे छोटे स्किट, वो ये डिपिक्ट करेंगे कि जो हमारे यहाँ पर समाज में इस वक्त खराफात पैदा हो गई है, मंशियात का धंधा है, बच्चे उसमें लगे हुए हैं या और दूसरी सोशल लेवल्स हैं हमारे सोसाइटी के, ताकि उनको उजागर किया जाए।
The event aimed at promoting the 5,000-year-old culture and heritage of the northern province and pass it on to the younger generations.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India raises Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar issue with China. Baloch leaders Amnesty International campaign in Germany to highlight human rights violations by Pakistan. And festivities begin for the biggest temple festival in South India. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter at SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.